Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so tonight I'm going to review a movie, an older movie. Not sure exactly what year it came out, starring Anthony Hopkins, Alec Baldwin, and Bart the Bear, called The Edge. Now, this is a really good movie. It's kind of it's an interesting movie because it's a kind of a perfect blend of several different genres and story concepts. It's an outdoor survival movie. It's, a monster movie in a way, or like a movie along the lines of like Jaws or The Grey or whatever, anything like that, like an animal-based, nature-based thriller. Um, but it's also quite heavily so quite a heavy character study, and with a lot of drama, like just like character developmental drama. And it's a perfect mix, actually. I mean, again, I've seen some things out there like nature survivalists and stuff like that. And I can pick out these things in movies. I mean, you've watched my channel, I like to hike around the wilderness a lot, and I like to go into the forest. Like it's something I do too. So I can pick out a lot of these things people bring up. But I've seen some like heavy duty, like hardcore survivalist people nitpicking different things, and kind of shredding some different animal behavioral things out about it, and whatever, which I can fully understand. I mean, it's definitely not like it's a perfect mix, though. I mean, it's not realistic, but it also is realistic. The behavior of the bear is not very accurate, but yet it's a real bear. So, everything the bear does, aside being, ordered by a trainer to do things that it normally wouldn't in a situation like that, just to carry the plot. I can forgive that in a movie, just for, I mean, you need to make the movie more exciting and whatever, so I can forgive that, but it's a real bear. So it's definitely pretty realistic at the same time too. And I mean, you can tell it's all filmed on real location. I have a feeling it takes place in Alaska, so it's filmed either on location in Alaska or somewhere around there. Maybe even some shots like around here, like like BC, Vancouver area. Who knows? But it's got a similar kind of forest and mountain ranges from around where I'm from. So it's beautiful, and it's really nice, yeah, landscape cinematography and on location shooting, absolutely. And yeah, it's an interesting movie. Like I really enjoyed rewatching this movie. I mean, the some scenes, like the bear, it's done really well. Like it's really spooky. I think the bear kill scene where the bear kills actually there's only one bear victim in the movie, actually. Is probably like the scariest scene, and the tension is built up perfectly, and it's a really ominous kind of moment in the movie, absolutely. But the thing is that the movie, there's not a whole lot of bear scenes or a whole lot of the bear in it, actually. I mean, when the bear is in it, it's intense, but it's not in it. It's a lot of character development and drama based. I mean, it spends a lot of time getting to know these characters and getting to know different things about them and what they're sort of all about. And there's all these different, there's a love affair, as well as even a scam that comes into fruition. Like people's true intentions come to light in the situation, kind of thing. And through this, you get to know these characters very well. So when the bear comes, and when something happens, or just any sort of situation happens, they really did a good job at making you care, because most of the movie is learning about these people, who they are before they were in this situation, and also establishing what they really need and really want to do to further their progress in this situation. So you kind of can't help but to be really rooting for people and rooting for certain storylines to resolve. And so when something goes wrong, even there's a scene with tension between Alec Baldwin's character and Anthony Hopkins, because like I said, there's a scam involved, and they actually end up almost killing each other in that scene. And it's so much more effective than the scene would have been under other circumstances, other approach is to filmmaking, because yeah, you just really care about these people by the time this comes about. I really enjoyed Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin's performance in this. It was really good. Um, they're both equally, they worked off of each other actually perfectly well. They both equally turned in a really good performance. Anthony Hopkins has sort of, I mean, it's part of his character, and it's kind of like one of the only complaints I have about the movie is that um there's his character, like he's a bookworm, kind of like he knows a lot of different stuff. And he has all these facts that he can kind of just, pull out of his head at any time. And it gets a little much, like he's constantly saying these little rhymes and these little facts and these little whatever, and a lot of them are interesting and they add to his character, and you actually can't help but to be intrigued by them, even though a lot of them are, I mean, plausible but not accurate either. But you still, like, he has the charisma when he delivers the lines, so you still are kind of intrigued to listen to more. But at the same time, there's a fine line between that, and I think they did it a little too much. Like he's kind of just constantly saying these random facts, which gets a little bit, like, as much as you're intrigued with listening to them, it still gets a little bit much at times. But yeah, that's about it. Other than that, I think it's a really good classic thriller, horror, adventure, very adventure based. It has heavy, it's get from A to B, right? And cross many different terrains and landscapes and situations to get there. So it's heavy adventure too, and drama. And yeah, just a perfect kind of blend and mashup of a lot of different genres. So yeah, I'm gonna give The Edge an A. Not quite an A plus, but it's definitely an A. And as for the cheese grating, there's not a lot of cheese actually. There's a little bit, primarily because Anthony Hopkins is a really wealthy character and he's married to a model. Alec Baldwin is his or is her photographer, and yeah, so yeah, sorry, let me rephrase that. Anthony Hopkins is very wealthy and he's married to a model, and Alec Baldwin's character is her photographer. So and it's a good storyline, and again, it adds to the tension and it adds to the drama later as stuff starts to kind of unfold with what's actually going on. And the performance by whatever actress, I am not quite sure, played her for the few scenes she's in, did a good job too. And her character wasn't bad. I mean, she wasn't like she wasn't the worst part of the movie at all. She was she was a good actress, and her character wasn't done in any sort of bad way. But there's a few scenes where she's in a photo shoot for her modeling, and she has all of these like bird feathers and all this whacked out kind of stuff, like almost like dressed up like a peacock or something, and she's doing these poses, and there's this kind of slow music playing, and Baldwin's there taking his photographs, and it's all supposed to be this lovely thing, and that's a little cheesy, so I'm gonna but that's about the only cheese you're gonna find in the movie. So I'd say, I'll just say aged cheddar, like a good a good quality cheese, because even though that scene is quite cheesy, it's the only cheese you're gonna find in it. It's a good high class movie. So yeah, I'm just gonna give it a good cheese, a aged cheddar. So yeah, that's my review for The Edge, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Please come back for more.